Want to know what it's like to get shot?
We sit down with Xavier Vazquez, A.K.A Hot Wheels,
To discuss his near-death experience and his new lease on life. This episode is sponsored by JNH Lifestyles.
Take advantage of one of their home infrared saunas and experience the many benefits that thousands of people across the United States are praising.
Regular sessions in an infrared sauna will help you in almost all areas of your life.
Start your joyful, natural, and healthy lifestyle today with JNH Lifestyles. I'm Dex.
And I'm Steve-O, and this is Don't Sweat the Small Stuff.
All right, so this is a really cool episode because we don't really know anything about Xavier.
Yeah.
So this is kind of the first, meeting, if you will, with Xavier. Steve-O has no idea who you are.
Hey, nice to meet you guys.
Dude, thanks for being here, man.
Of course, man. Of course. Thanks for hanging. Yeah.
Xavier is in a wheelchair, and basically, I discovered Xavier. I was going through my news feed on Facebook, and I saw one of the news stations did a story on you.
Yeah.
And you won. Did you win a bodybuilding competition in your division? Is that what
I
it
did.
was?
I did. So I did PCA last year. I think it was in July, and I ended up taking first, and it was my first show.
Wow.
So were you always into bodybuilding?
No, I was never into bodybuilding. Actually, I was always into sports.
Yeah.
I did play for Rio Grande. I played soccer. I played basketball.
Okay.
Pretty much my whole life, I raced four-wheelers. So
No way.
I was never into bodybuilding. I was in shape.
Yeah.
I used to box too. I boxed over here at for Henry and Naya.
Okay.
Wow.
I boxed for him for a couple of months. I had a couple of fights too, so that was going good. Wow. So I was just in and out of sports, I was doing everything.
Take us back to that time, obviously heavily into all of these different sports, and I have no idea what happened. So where were you? Take us back to when you were, in the midst of this life of sports and all of the things you were doing, and then everything obviously changed.
Yeah, one day I was out after a soccer game. We were all just hanging out in a parking lot, and a guy just kept passing by, screaming stuff at me, and I didn't want to do nothing about it. I was just like, no, I'm with my friends, I'm calm. But then he actually got off the truck, came to me, and a friend of mine actually got in a fight with his friend. So how it happened was that they left. I found the phone. I picked it up, I was just waiting for someone to call it so I can go and return it.
Yeah.
So this guy tells me, he calls and I answer, and I was like, hey, I found this phone. I was like, I just want to give it back. He's like, are you the guy that drives the white Tahoe? And I was like, yeah, it's me.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, why don't you meet me at a park? He's like, so you can give me back my phone. So I was like, okay. I was like, well, if you want to, I'll meet you, I knew that it wasn't just for that.
Yeah.
But at the time, you don't think about stuff.
Yeah.
When you're so heated, you're like, oh, whatever, whatever happens. So I pretty much see it as a setup, man. And we get there, man, and the whole parking lot is full of them. It's just packed, man, packed. And I told one of the guys, I was like, hey, man, so what's up? I was like, what's going on? Where are you guys here? Oh, we don't know anything. They just told us to come over here. And it already looked sketchy, man, because all the cars were parked backwards.
Oh, man.
And there was too many cars for so little people, me, I was like, no, there's something icky about it. So my friend kept telling me, he's like, you know what, bro, let's go. He's like, I have a bad feeling. And I told him, I was like, you know what, man? I was like, if you don't want nothing to do with it, that's it. Drop it. Get on the truck. Yeah. And as soon as I moved, L, you know what those L things are to change the tires?
Oh, yeah.
It flew right,
no way.
right next to my eye. Boom. So as soon as I turned around, the guys just started hitting us. And there was guys coming out from everywhere,
They
man.
just jumped you.
I felt something warm on my leg. I was like, something just, I felt like I was stabbed, something. I don't know, it felt weird. I didn't think anything of it though.
Adrenaline rush was probably going.
So I was like, but it felt like super hot, man. I felt like I was burning, like 10 times hot as this.
Yeah.
It was like hot, man. And my friend told me, he's like, Xavier, he's like, turn around. So I turned around and I just seen the guy just pointing the gun at me. And I just remember turning around, I closed my eyes and I just covered my head. And boom, I just flew. I hit the ground, and it was like 10 guys kicking me, kicking my face, kicking my ribs, stomping on my head.
Gosh.
And then my friend was telling me, he was like, hey man, he's like, get in the car. And I was like, bro, help me, I can't get up.
Where did you get shot at?
I got shot. So the crazy thing was that when I felt the burn, I was already shot on my leg.
Yeah.
But I didn't know that I was shot on my back at all. I thought I had just gotten knocked out. I was like, I got hit maybe like,
so you got hit a couple times.
I got hit twice.
Jeez.
Yeah. So then my friend just keeps telling me, he's like, bro, he's like, get in the car. And I was like, bro, I was like, honestly, I can't move my legs. I don't feel them. I was like, help me. So they picked me up, put me in the car. We're driving, and you literally hear the car like boom, 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 boom. Like there's bullets hitting everywhere, man. Everywhere.
Oh my gosh.
And I remember that my friend's just like trying to get me to the hospital, and right in front of I believe it's the aquarium, there's some apartments right in the front.
Yeah.
I told him, I was like, you know what, bro, I was like, pull in. I was like, I can't breathe no more. He's like, dude, we're almost there. And I was like, bro, he's like, honestly, listen to me. I told him, I was like, I can't breathe, bro, stop.
Jeez.
And I remember that he was on the phone, and he was like, hey man, I was like, my friend just got shot, he's in the backseat, he's bleeding. So I remember the firefighters got there. As soon as they got there, they picked on my legs. They took off my jeans, and like this guy literally holds my leg, and he shines the light, and you see a big old hole, like in and out, man. It was crazy. You know, it was all like, he gets me in, they put me in the ambulance, and I'm like normal, man, talking like I'm talking to you guys.
Yeah.
He's like, where were you at? And I was like, I was at the park. I got in a fight. I got shot. He was asking me who was the president. He was like, you have a girlfriend? He's like, you know, trying to keep a conversation. And he's like, hey man, he's like, so I'm gonna pull you up. He's like, so I can put some patches in the back of you so I can get your heart rate. So this guy, man, literally helps me. And whenever he's going to my back, I just feel his hand going into my back. And then he's like, dude, he's like, code red, this guy's bleeding out. He's shot on the back.
Oh, wow.
I remember everything from when I got to the hospital, and then I was talking to one of the nurses, and I told the nurse, I was like, you know what, I don't want to sound rude to you, but I'm tired. I was like, can I just sleep? I'll talk to you in a little bit. And she's like, hey, she's like, wake up. She's like, don't go to sleep.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I'm tired. I was like, you know, like, hold on, like, I'll talk to you in a little bit, you know? I was kind of like already feeling weird. And she's like, no, she's like, wake up. She's like, wake up.
Yeah.
And I just remember that they started putting like, I believe it's called lidocaine, this little orange thing. And I just remember that the main doctor got there, she looked at me, got a knife, and she went, sliced me opened me, and I was just like, whoa. And that's when I just passed out. I woke up in the room, and the nurse was there, and she's like, want me to tell you why I didn't you go to sleep? And I was like, yeah. I was like, go ahead. She's like, you were dying.
Yeah.
She's like, if you would have fell asleep, she's like, that would have been it.
Man.
Wow. So
right.
So obviously, you know.
Go ahead, Dex. Follow it up.
I know, right? You find out you're never gonna walk again. Mm-hmm. What was that like? I mean, that had to have been.
It actually wasn't, man.
Oh, really?
It wasn't. The crazy thing was that whenever I woke up out of the surgery, the first thing I told my parents, I looked at them and I was like, hey, you know, like, at least I'm here.
Yeah.
And my parents were like, what? Like,
you're alive.
Yeah, they were like, what do you mean? Like, how does he know? He was asleep. There's no way that he knew that he was handicapped. So the doctor got there, and he was like talking to my parents. He's like, hey, did you guys know? Like, did you guys tell him already? And they're like, no, I don't think it's the time, you know, he just woke up.
Yeah.
He's like, no, he needs to know now. And he's like, hey man, you know, I'm sorry to tell you. He's like, but you're not gonna walk ever again. He's like, that's it, your legs are gone.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? I was like, that's fine. I was like, I'll find a way to, you know, do therapy. I was like, but I'm not gonna let myself down.
Wow.
And he literally went and told the nurse, he's like, get this guy help. Get him with the psychiatrist or something. He's like, he's not all there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they probably.
Wow.
And I'm like, why?
I mean, you're telling us that, and I'm honestly feeling the same way that the nurses and the doctors are thinking. I mean, your outlook that's a rare thing. You know, I mean, you're never gonna walk again.
No, and I'm actually starting to walk.
Really?
No way. Shut up.
Yeah,
that's one thing I was going to ask you, because a lot of times you hear those stories, doctors like, you'll never walk again.
Yeah.
You'll never be able to do this. And then all of a sudden there's that something inside, that beast inside of everybody that, you know what, you can't tell me that I can't do something.
Yeah, and you know, all those negative comments, man, thanks to all those people being so negative towards me, I am where I'm at now.
See?
Man.
Yeah.
Because all, you know, that just pushes me, you know, that makes me, you know, like, you know, I'm going to prove you wrong, man.
Yeah. So you were 15 when you got shot.
I was 15.
How old are you now?
24.
You're 24.
Yeah.
And you're seeing improvement. You're seeing some. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so this outlook you have, like, where you're like, all right, I'm never gonna walk again, but hey, I'm alive, and you have this amazing drive. When did the bodybuilding start? You know?
I was always in the gym, man. I was probably in the gym. I thought I was so tough, you know, because I was in there for like 30 minutes and then
right.
You know,
15.
And, yeah,
exactly.
So then I ran into this guy who's actually a professional bodybuilder now, and he told me, he's like, hey man, he's like, you have a really good physique. You're really white on top. He's like, it looks like you like to work out. He's like, you never thought about doing bodybuilding? And I was like, well, bodybuilding, you need to do bodybuilding with your legs too, you know?
Right.
And he's like, no, man. He's actually, there's a division, wheelchair bodybuilding. He's like, I think you'd do it. He's like, you're so young. He's like, you got your whole life ahead of you. He's like, I'm sure that you can do it. And we started from there, man. We started from there. I started to fall in love with the sport, the training, the dedication that it is for it. And I'm really committed to what I do, you know?
Yeah.
So I started hitting the gym, man, and that's where I'm at now.
Dang.
I'm just thinking about those people out there watching right now that maybe are in a similar situation, you know, where they feel like there's no way I can,
Right.
you know, like my life's over, you know? And then hearing your story, you're sitting there going, hey, I can't walk, but my life's not over.
It's not, man. It really isn't. You know, life is what you make it.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I always say. I'm like, there's two types of people in this world, man. There's the two type, like there's the one people that are just gonna give up, and as soon as I tell you, hey, you can't do this no more, oh, that's it.
Yeah.
And then there's the people like me who are gonna be like, you know what, just because you tell me doesn't mean it's over.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And I have faith, man. So I always tell people, you know, if you have faith, if you believe in yourself, if you're dedicated, you work hard for what you want, man, there's nothing that can stop you. I guarantee you. And people tell me all the time, how can you do this, man? How are you in here 2 hours a day plus your cardio, working out? And me, like, I have my legs, man. There's nothing wrong with me, and I don't want to do it. And I'm like, because that's the person that you chose to be, you know?
Right. Yeah.
I can simply say, you know what, I'm handicapped, I'm gonna stay home and play video games for the rest of my life.
Right.
But is that really what I want to do?
Right.
You know?
Wow. What's that like? You know, so you lost all feeling at the age of 15. Take us back to being 15 years old, and what were your first thoughts? Like, obviously, you know, you're saying you weren't dead, but what was the first thing you really had to relearn?
Honestly, man, the simplest things.
Yeah.
Getting in and out of the shower, showering, getting dressed.
Yeah.
There's things that people are like, he's normal, you know, he has his legs. But you don't know how I get dressed.
Right.
You don't know how I take a shower. You don't know. Just like when we got in here, sometimes there's places that I really can't get in and I need help, you know?
Yeah.
So I just started pretty much as like a baby, man. Starting from crawling and, you know, relearning everything, man.
Wow.
Relearning everything that the basic stuff of life, I had to relearn it. Yeah. Getting a cup from the shelf, you know. It's hard, man. It's hard, but, you know.
What's something that you had never done before you lost your legs that now you do and appreciate? Maybe something you discovered because of where you're at.
Honestly, to appreciate life, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
To appreciate life, because when I walked, of course I was thankful, you know, to being alive every day, waking up.
Sure.
But to get a second chance, man, there's not a whole lot of people that can get a second chance, you know.
Yeah.
And just appreciate the beautiful things that life, you know, offers you, you know.
Yeah.
I enjoy life to the fullest, man, and I think I enjoy it more now than when I used to walk.
Okay.
If you could go back to that day and you know what you know now.
Right.
You know you could change the outcome. You and your friends decide to not deliver that phone. Would you do it?
No, man. I would have left the phone there. Yeah. Because thanks to me being so immature, pretty much you can say stupid, I lost the ability to walk, you know.
Yeah.
So at the time, man, being so young and being so heated, you don't think of stuff, you know. You think you're invincible, you know.
Oh, yeah.
You think you're like, oh, I'm tough, you know, I'm gonna show off in front of my friends and all that.
Yeah.
But let me tell you this though, maybe 80% of the people who were my friends back in the day, they're nowhere to be found now, man. They're not there.
Yeah.
You know, they're saying, you know, we're never gonna leave your back, bro. We got you, but we don't, man.
Yeah.
We don't, you know.
Yeah.
They went to go testify. That was a good thing.
Yeah.
But other than that, man.
Oh, did they ever catch?
Oh yeah.
They did?
Yeah. Ask me how much time he did.
How much time?
A year.
A year?
And the judge said he didn't kill you.
He didn't kill you, is what the judge said. That honestly doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah.
That's how screwed up.
I think he got out in less than a year because he said that he wanted to finish school.
Wow.
Unbelievable, man.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Was there any feeling of wanting to seek revenge? Was there? Was
man.
that hard to get over? Was that a?
You know, it actually wasn't, man.
Yeah.
It really wasn't, because I have a lot of faith.
Yeah.
And honestly, man,
Are you talking about faith in God? Is that what
faith in God? Yeah. My friends were like, let me go get him. You know, let me go catch him. At least beat him up for you. I'm like, nah, bro, let it. You know, I'm sure he feels bad. You know, for what he did. I've seen him 2 times already.
Oh,
really?
No
face,
what was
man.
that like?
Shut up.
What was the experience like?
I was nervous, man.
And you're in your wheelchair and everything.
And I had him right here, man. We were like literally.
What?
We were coming out of lids. And we were like right here, right in front of each other. And he just looked at me. He kind of like laughed and then just turned around. I was like, all right, bro.
Wow.
Like, if that's the type of person you are, then that says a lot about you, you know.
Yeah, that was probably the way he handled it. You know, he's probably, like you said, I'm sure he's not dealing with that.
Oh yeah,
very
man,
well.
I'm sure, And like I said, why would I want to do something that I know that I'm gonna, at the end of the day, it's gonna catch up to me?
Yeah.
I don't want to be all nervous, like, oh, there's a cop, or like, oh, I'm getting a random
Right,
call.
right.
Or go to jail for something like
exactly,
that.
over something like that.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm doing good, man. I'm doing great. I'm doing my bodybuilding.
Yeah.
I have my life. I have my girlfriend, my parents, my friends who support me. So I'm not gonna risk my life.
Yeah. How did your parents take the news, after you got shot? And were they there just trying to encourage you and support you the best they could? Or were they dealing with, our son is shot and now he's never going to walk
So
again?
I'm an only child, man.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah.
So they were devastated.
We're both fathers, so we know.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't even imagine.
Well, I think in my brain as a father, it's like two modes. Like, I'm so thankful you're alive. Also, what the hell were you thinking going to that park?
Right.
Like, so you know what I mean? So like,
Yeah.
what was that like? How did that go down?
So they were like, I know that something was going on, but like, we thought that you knew better,
Yeah.
And I did,
Right.
But like I said at the time,
Nobody thinks you're gonna go to a park and get shot.
Yeah. And
Like,
then you have your friends like, oh, come on, bro, you got this.
yeah.
Like, we got your back, or whatever. But honestly, man, like my parents, they were devastated, man. Imagine like finding out, like they told me that whenever they got to the hospital, they said that I wasn't gonna make it.
Oh my gosh.
So, cause the bullet, man. So the bullet, this is my heart. The bullet was literally going straight to my heart, and not even inches, it went down.
Whoa.
Gosh.
Yeah. So whenever I was in the hospital, they called me the little miracle.
Jeez.
Because they don't understand how a 45 caliber bullet.
You got shot by a 45?
Expandable, man. Expandable.
You gotta be kidding
There's
me.
fragments everywhere inside of me. Everywhere.
So you're like Tony Stark. You're basically Iron Man. We're gonna have to build you a little reactor.
I'm looking at your chest.
Yeah.
Obviously, we got some.
So this is all like, it's just like the fragments you can pretty much see.
Okay, yeah,
And then
yeah.
I have to wear this because of my stomach so like weak. So I'm all open, man. Like I have scars everywhere.
Gosh,
Everywhere. So it's been right here. I have some scars where because the bullet actually it hit the lung, so my lung collapsed. That was the reason why I couldn't breathe.
How are you here?
God.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah. It's
No
crazy,
wonder
man.
you're so optimistic.
Yeah,
you
man,
should
it's
be
crazy.
dead, man.
Yeah, they told me, they were like,
Wow.
honestly, man, we have no idea we don't have an explanation to give you because that bullet should have shattered you in and out. It should have made a huge hole. So I would just tell people, like, stay positive, man.
Yeah.
Work, believe in yourself, never give up, because once you give up, man, once you say, you know what, that's it, I'm done.
Yeah.
There's people that don't come out of that.
Yeah. Seriously.
And man, the world is crazy, man. Everything is, it's like the surgery that they want to do to me. In a couple of years, man, who knows,
I was gonna say, the way that we're advancing with technology and medicine, oh my gosh, there's no doubt in my mind, I'm sure you're gonna be walking
Oh
again,
yeah, man, for sure. And you guys gonna see me walk.
What's the first thing you're going to do when you walk?
I'm gonna sleep standing up.
Yeah?
I'm not gonna sleep sitting down no more.
You're not gonna sit down ever again.
Never again, man. I'm gonna try and sleep
love that.
standing up,
You're gonna be an ultra marathon runner. You're gonna run like 200 miles, Jesse.
Yes,
you're gonna
man.
give up on that. You're gonna do power building and...
Yeah, actually what I want to do, man, I want to start motivating people,
Yeah.
I actually want to get up on stage, not on a bodybuilding weight, but actually like there's a lot of kids, man, who actually, they're losing their, their legs, their arms, they end up blind, and it sucks to say, man, but at the hospital, man, people are so negative.
Yeah.
People are always like, so you're not going to walk again, right?
Right.
You're not going to walk again, man. And I'm like, dude, tell me something I don't know.
Right.
You tell me this every single day, 2-3 times a day.
Yeah.
Like, you can actually make people feel worse because of what you're saying.
Oh, yeah. And it's everybody's different, too. I mean, for you, that was fuel. And, a lot of times that's what it takes. People need that fuel. So they're like, you're going to say no? Okay, I'm going to prove you wrong.
Yeah.
But other people, too, they need just encouragement. Some people are not going to get up without encouragement.
Yeah.
And, you
Absolutely.
being that is exactly what that one kid needs,
Yeah, and because I'm sure I needed it at one point.
Yeah.
At one point, like I said, they wanted to send me to a psychologist, and they were like, well, why don't you cry? Why aren't you depressed? Why aren't you like wanting to kill yourself?
Yeah.
And I'm like, is that what am I supposed to do?
Right.
Is that what I'm supposed to be thinking of instead of being positive towards life?
Right.
Right.
And it's crazy, man, because I told them, I was like, you guys don't have faith?
Right.
And they're like, well, we're actually not allowed to talk about God in the hospital.
Right. Yeah.
But I'm like, okay, I respect that. But
Yeah.
then don't be so negative towards people.
Yeah.
Because, you know,
Yeah.
they're going to leave the hospital at one point, and
Yep.
then you never know what they're going to do when they're by
Right.
themselves.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And people commit suicide over the littlest things.
Yep.
Relationships, man.
Yep. Mhm.
Relationships, you know, they lose their job, you know, they lose a scholarship, and then they're like, the easiest way they think, instead of putting in the hard work, it's like, I'm just going to kill myself. And that's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Dude, incredible.
man.
Clearly, you know our show, so you love our theme song. So we always let our guest start the theme song. So whenever you're ready, you just want to sing us out.
Don't put
whenever
me in
you want to
that.
sing us
No,
out.
Got this, Javi.
No, don't put me in that. You started off.
You
man.
come on, you've gotten through so much adversity in life. I think you can come up with a song for Don't Sweat the Small Stuff.
Let's sing We Are the Champions.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Are we gonna get sued? Can we sing that?
Yeah.
Okay.
That one's. Oh wait, no, I'm thinking of.
We are the champions.
No, that's a different one. Wait, is that the right one?
Wait, that's the right one.
No.
Which one is that? Oh, as we will rock you.
We will rock you.
Is that the same song though? Doesn't
No,
it get in?
we are the champions,
My
friends. Bow, bow, bow.
And we'll keep on
Fighting till the end of the episode of Don't Sweat the Small Stuff, which it is. 'Cause we are the champions. We are the champions. No time for losing, 'cause we are the champions of the world and the sun.
Yeah.
Gosh, I love this show.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's a good show,
And
man.
hot.
Hey, if you like the show, please share it, like and subscribe. Don't Sweat the Small Stuff TV. We are so stoked to be a part of this, and we hope you enjoy it.
Yes, and thank you to JNH Lifestyles,
Yeah.
because this sauna right here is from JNH
That's right.
Lifestyles. And we have a link below that you guys can click on. You go there. If you guys want an incredible sauna, you just put in the discount code DSTSS and you get a sweet discount.
Yeah, dude, can't wait to see what's coming up next on Don't Sweat the Small Stuff.